youth across the region have thoughts and ideas about what we are trying to put in place for them and future generations. As key drivers and consumers of technological advancement, they hold immense potential to contribute meaningfully to our development goals. It is important that we engage them in a deliberate, sustained, and meaningful way. Let this meeting send a clear signal that we believe in our youth, we include them in the decision-making process for their future, and that their inclusion is not just symbolic, but real. And as we're talking about youth, who are oftentimes the main consumers of technology, social media, and artificial intelligence. Very happy that Sister Mia has raised this issue publicly, as we have internally and within our own countries and cabinets have discussed the impact, how our culture, the essence of who we are, is being changed in dramatic ways that are having significant negative impact on our societies. This is not a call to regulate, to restrict, or censor, but I believe that if we are not careful, the Caribbean civilization quoting.
Greetings and welcome to Auntie Yami channel, the daughter of Africa, the motherland. How are you? How are you doing, my Jamaican sisters and brothers, wherever you are? It's Auntie Yami here, back like there's never before. How are you doing? Happy anniversary to JLP, as our Prime Minister is busy addressing the CARICOM members to a better Caribbean, including Jamaica. I was lucky to grab one of his speeches about youth. You know, I always support leaders who always remember our youth, who are the future leaders. What did he say? He said the youth must be included, youth inclusion in making decisions, and also to engage and sustain. They are key drivers to our nation. We have to believe in youth when we want to make any decision, because these youth have power to redefine the region's place in the world. We have to engage them and include them. Are the key drivers of intelligence, technology. For example, social media. As you can see, there's a lot of youth nowadays who are using social media in the way of communication. He called the youth to be included in discussions about how to preserve Caribbean culture, values, morals, and the essence of Caribbean people amid its rapid technological and social changes. Prime Minister Holness has announced that Jamaican six-month chairmanship at CARICOM would focus on the youth. If our youth are trained, are occupied, are included in making decisions, it means crime will reduce. There will be more jobs opportunity created. Even our youth, they can even make the government aware of what is needed out there. This is how the youth very, very good with this modern technology, modern information, modern communication. So I honor our Prime Minister Andrew Holness to think about our youth to think about involving them. Inclusion. This is a strong message of empowerment, emphasizing their vital role in shaping a sustainable, innovative, and inclusive future of the Caribbean region. This is the Prime Minister who has a vision, who knows how to deal with a country, who knows how to deal with his people, who knows how to understand and listen to what his people's needs are. So why not voting for Prime Minister Andrew Holness so that he can continue to be there? We need young leaders to be involved, to train them, to provide skills to them, trainings, as I said, to provide jobs, to make sure they are making decisions. I was really impressed with this topic about youth inclusion. I thought, why not talking about it and praise our Prime Minister and other Prime Ministers from this CARICOM region, which is Caribbean Community. He made a lot of speeches which are very, very important. But today, I'll only target the one he talked about the youth. My people, let's think about the youth. We've seen leaders like that opposition leader who is now crying, talking bad about the children buses. Those type of people, they don't care about the youth. Why are you still there to a place where there's always negativity? We are going to be bringing this every day, reminding the people, because you can see how our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, is engaging the youth, the future leaders. What else is happening for people to understand that this government, JLP government, while we are celebrating anniversary, what is going on for people who are still living in darkness to understand that it's not just talk, but there is progress. It's about the policies. It's not about the crowd. It's about how you deliver the policies. This is what I always remind people. What are you doing today? What about this clip where I'm going to play, where a local was appreciating? It's not me. It's not even like I've heard from a NJLP leader, but it's a local in a community appreciating to the Prime Minister on how he's managed to reduce crime, because that area people struggled, people suffered with crime. But listen carefully. It's not me to talk about it, but it's about you to listen. As you listen also to that clip I played about the Prime Minister talking about the youth. Let's listen to this clip.
Jamaica too. No, people don't know this. I carry Jamaica too. And you get Jamaica out of this. I know people don't know that. I used to get TikTok chip and make people deal with those things. So listen what I say.
What did he say? Big up, Prime Minister. I really appreciate the work you are doing, because crime has reduced. If the locals are even appreciated, they can even feel that the crime rate has reduced. What about you, who is there making noise each and every day that JLP government hasn't done anything? What evidence do you want? You were there You was there all this time, all these years. Why was the crime still very high? Because your policies did not do much for Jamaicans. Jamaicans have lived in fear for a long time. Now, JLP is trying really hard to make sure that he's tackled this criminal act by making sure that these criminals are caught for once. And they are going to get rid. He said in his speech one time that we are watching you. We know where you are. We know where you are hiding. And you can see even during this CARICOM meeting, there's another policy where they have to work together, because by working together with other regions, it's going to help to reduce crime, because this network is everywhere. These criminals, they have got a network. That's how they work. There might be some in Jamaica, but they are not doing all those acts in Jamaica. This is how it works. So our Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who is the Holness, who is the chairman of CARICOM, also did not forget about crime. And it's evident that locals, they can see the change. Why are you still behind? Why are you not opening your eyes wide and see what is happening? What about mega billion-dollar project? Jamaicans, oh my God. I came across these Jamaican mega billion-dollar infrastructures and developments in Jamaica. There's 10. Let's listen. It's not me to start explaining. I always play a clip so that you can evidence rather than me just talking. Because if I'm just talking without showing you evidence, then you can even say you didn't do your research properly. Now, let me show you. Did it started in 2024? That was just last year. And some of it are already completed. Oh, you correct me. When did it start? When was it launched? But it's happening. It's not even just something. It's mega. Mega means very big. Mega. To transform Jamaica. Tourism. It will benefit tourism by having these roads, bridges, railways, shopping malls, clean water, you name it. So listen to that.
Number 10.
Montego Bay Cruise Terminal Expansion. The Montego Bay Cruise Terminal Expansion is a $200 million project to increase the capacity of the Montego Bay Cruise Terminal to handle larger cruise ships. A new pier, terminal facility, and parking garage will be built as part of the development. The project is scheduled to be finished in 2024. When completed, the enlarged terminal will be able to handle up to 3,000 passengers per day. This will increase the number of cruise ships that can dock in Montego Bay, therefore stimulating the local economy. Jamaica has been investing heavily in a number of mega projects that are designed to transform the island's economy and infrastructure. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the top mega projects in Jamaica, starting with
Number 12.
Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Program. The Southern Coastal Roadway Improvement Program is an $11.5 billion, three-phase plan to rehabilitate the 165-kilometer section of roadway between Maypen and Port Antonio. The first two phases will involve the building of a new 4-lane roadway between Maypen and Yallas, as well as the enlargement and restoration of the existing route between Yallas and Port Antonio. The third phase, beginning in 2024, will involve the building of a new 4-lane motorway connecting Port Antonio and Moreland Bay. The project is scheduled to be finished in 2027.
Number 11.
North Coast Highway Improvement Project. The North Coast Highway Improvement Project is a $5.5 billion project to rehabilitate the 100-kilometer length of road between Ocho Rios and Port Maria. The project includes building a new 4-lane roadway between Ocho Rios and Enata Bay, as well as enlarging and repairing the current route between Enata Bay and Port Maria. The project is scheduled to be finished in 2025.
Number 10.
Montego Bay Cruise Terminal Expansion. The Montego Bay Cruise Terminal Expansion is a $200 million project to increase the capacity of the Montego Bay Cruise Terminal.
It's not me, or you've heard Jamaicans. What is happening? It's major projects, highway improvements program in different areas in Jamaica to transform and design to the island of Jamaica. This will boost the economy and infrastructure for Jamaica. It will be easy for people to travel from one place to another without any problem. Everywhere it will be passable. The trip which was costing you might be 5 hours to get to another place. Now it will be reduced to 1 hour due to the improvised bridges, modern infrastructure, roads, fast trains, ports, modern stadiums. You name it, you know Jamaicans. A country without roads, without proper bridges, people won't even come and visit. It's very, very difficult to travel. It's not even about only tourists. Even this mega project, Jamaica, with the governance of JLP government, with their Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness, who has a vision to transform Jamaica. This is what we call a vision, because the first time it was just telling you in that vision, this is our vision. Then people thought, no, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, because some people, they want it to happen. Some people, they believe in seeing is believing. They want to see. They don't want just someone to tell them, I'll do this. This is what PNP is doing. I'll do this. We will do this. No. The Prime Minister said, if you vote for JLP that time, this is what we want to do. We want to continue. But others still made a mistake. Thank God to the ones who realized that, you know what, let's vote for this Prime Minister to continue. That was that time. What about now? Why are you changing? Because he has to continue. This mega billion-dollar infrastructure and development project has to continue with JLP, with our Prime Minister Andrew Holness. No one is going to continue. And I say it's true. I always say, Jamaicans, the game of chess is in your hands. You are the one, that decision you've made, there's still more time for you. It's not too late, but I have to say that, to change it. And choose the right party, the right Prime Minister, who is Andrew Holness, with JLP government to continue to finish this mega $1 billion. Don't you want by 2027 to see all transformation, transform Jamaica? Jamaica, where you see on the map like, oh my God, look at Jamaica. Beautiful. Because Andrew Holness wants to transform Jamaica. He's got that vision. Good policies, good governance. This is what we want, Jamaicans. If you notice all these projects, how many people are employed now? This is a mega $1 billion infrastructure project. How many youths have been employed? How many families are benefiting? It's not about the roads only, but who are working? Is it Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, only with his ministers? No. People have been provided with jobs. Engineers, technicians, you name it, being employed. This is the government that has generated jobs to locals everywhere where that road is passing. That bridges, locals are working. That's what we call a government that has got good policies and governance. They know what they are doing because in their vision they say, we are going to provide jobs to unemployed youths and Jamaicans so that we can reduce crime. We can reduce poverty. This is what is happening. Jobs have been created by JLP governance. It's not me, but this is evidence. What about our Prime Minister thinking about workers? I heard that he visited Hanover at the Princess Grand Jamaica Hotel. And what did he say to these hoteliers? The workers there. He told them that he's always want staff needs to be valued and supported. Staff needs to be valued and supported. Their needs to be met. Staff needs to be provided with good accommodation. What about wages? Staff needs to be protected. Every employer has got a right to protect staff, and staff have got the right to be protected by their employers. Employees have got a right to live in a safe environment and also housing. We cannot just employ people and leave them suffering and even attacked by criminals. No. So he was very impressed because he had to visit staff accommodation. Our Prime Minister Andrew Holness was so impressed. And he acknowledged staff that I will be always there for you to make sure that your employers are fulfilling your needs. Training, provide training, skills, security. This is all coming from the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Jamaicans, is this not what we call true leadership? Why are you still behind? Why are you still not changing your mind? Because all these points is about Jamaica. Change is change for Jamaica. Jamaica is changing. It cannot happen only today, remember? I always repeat, Rome wasn't built in a day. But we can see what this JLP government have done to Jamaica, have done to Jamaicans. What about water projects everywhere? What about looking after the vulnerables? We've had already the youth there, job opportunities, mega projects, water projects. We've been talking about that. Answering, giving answer to people who are still blind. They cannot see what is happening. They are trying to act as if they cannot see, but they can see. But because of greediness, they want them to be there. They think that if they are there, they'll do the same, but they don't understand. Sometimes greedy people, they believe that, you know what, I can do better than that person. But it doesn't work like that. You cannot do better like our Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Jamaica, open your eyes. Open your eyes. That one vote is the only one we are asking about. If you go wrong with that vote, you'll be haunted for life. Because there is no turning back. This train is moving fast. Our Prime Minister Andrew Holness is moving fast. If you want to be left behind, that's your own. But this train is moving fast. And Jamaicans who are also moving fast, they follow this train. If you want to reach a place quick, you cannot use a train which is going to be no. While there's a fast moving train, people, they want fast moving train. So JLP is a fast moving train because JLP doesn't want to delay. Do you want to delay? Jamaicans, think twice. It's not too late to swallow that pride and choose the right Prime Minister, who is Andrew Holness. It's not too late to make that decision. It's just like that. I've said it all. Yeah? You heard our Prime Minister talking about working with Africa. This is what we are doing. I'm African in diaspora who is enjoying politics from Jamaica, who can see that, you know what, the right government is there. Let me help my brothers and sisters in Jamaica to show them that be careful, that is the right one. I should have it was easy for me just to sit in my house and say, but I don't want them to make a mistake. I'll keep quiet. But I didn't want to keep quiet. That's why I changed everything I was doing, all my content, and start talking about Jamaica. Do you know why? Because I wanted to be there and try to talk. Might be sometimes you cannot respect your own. People, they'll respect the stranger. Sometimes they always say, in your own village, sometimes you don't get respect, but from another village. I thought it wise. I'm like, do you know what? Let me just go there. Let me use this YouTube channel to remind my sisters and brothers in Jamaica that that's the right way. Don't go that way. This is the right way. It's not all that glitters that is gold or diamond. There's a lot of fake gold out there. They'll just add something out there and tell you this is gold. But you go to these gold specialists, they'll tell you this is not gold, it's fake. So be careful, Jamaicans, because it's not all that glitters that is gold. Now, be careful of buying fake gold. Jamaicans, your decision is in your hands. Vote for change. Vote for JLP. Vote for Prime Minister Holness to continue. Not to start all over again. To continue. I want to come to Jamaica, visit, and go and see the mega billion-dollar infrastructure. I want to go to Jamaica and see the youth are in the parliament, in the forefront, talking, getting involved, included in making decisions. I want to come to Jamaica where I'll see in hotels where I live. You see hotel staff are so happy. And I want to come to Jamaica where when I'm interviewing people on the street in different areas, they'll tell me that, do you know what? We used not to walk on these streets, but because of Andrew Holness, now we are safe. We can sleep with our windows open. We can go anywhere outside without anyone attacking us or robbing us. This is the Jamaica I want to see. And if that Jamaica will be there, it's because of you and you. Vote carefully. Because you don't want to make a mistake and regret. Thank you very much, Jamaicans, my brothers and sisters in Jamaica. Thank you very much for your love and support. I really appreciate. You are such a God, real God, not the fake one. And diamond. God must continue to bless Jamaica and JLP and our Prime Minister Andrew Holness. We need to continue praying for him because he is God chosen, the son of the soil of Jamaica. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, returning and new subscribers, for your love you're showing me. I really appreciate each and every day. My love for you, Jamaicans, is like I cannot explain. Only God knows. Thank you very much. As we continue just to listen to our song in honor of the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
When we have taken the decision to build roads, you see asphalt as the end of that decision.
In the heart of the island, where the sun brightly gleams, stands a leader of promise, fulfilling our dreams.
We put in water
With courage unwavering, you navigate the tide. Andrew, you're our beacon, our